Hey guys, welcome back. BoxTruck Henry here. As you guys can see, I'm still working on this spacer that goes between the cab and the sleeping area up above. So I've been scraping this whole thing here, and I figured it out from trial and error. Just what I found that works very effectively is using these wire brushes here, and what I would do is just kind of scrape it off, and then little crumbs will fall down, and I will use this here just to blow it off. What I was doing is brushing it off, but it will end up kind of sticking on the surface again. So I learned that just blowing it off, it'll come off cleaner, and I'm just kind of blowing it down this way, and it'll just fall in the trash here. But as you guys can see, I got most of it off already. There's some little craters here that some of the clay got stuck, so won't be able to do too much about that. There's some spots that are like the clay just really got embedded where I won't be able to get it out, but for the most part I got most of it off on this side up until halfway here. So just wanted to give you a quick update on this thing here. It's a very slow and tedious process. It's got to be completely cleaned off as much as possible, because my goal here, or the plan here, is to add a few more layers of fiberglass underneath here to just keep this from flexing this way. And as you guys can see up from the top, it's still kind of bumpy and wavy, and a little bumpy up here. So I don't know, maybe I might just leave it like that, or I might just try to fix it. Somebody suggested doing Bondo, but as you can see, this thing is just way too flexible. If I apply Bondo on it, it'll just just completely crack and separate almost immediately the second this thing flexes. Alternatively, I was thinking of doing the sawdust fiberglass resin putty, and then just doing it that way. But then again, like I said, that's just a lot of work. So it's been slow and tedious. I'm listening to music. I got my friend Captain and Coke here to keep me company. I mean, what else are you gonna do, right? I mean, here I'm just here scraping, the big chunks off. Just getting all this big stuff off, knocking it away with the air duster, and just going back and just cleaning it off with a brush, with either this one or the other one. So that's what I've been doing. It's just kind of slow, tedious process. The other thing that I wanted to kind of point out and just kind of note with you guys, and let you know that when I was building this, it was pretty much under very bad, less than ideal conditions. Pretty much, it was under direct heat. When I was doing this, I had the clay that I had kind of sculpted over this was smooth and it was flat, but like I said, it was really hot, and after a while I was pulling this thing back and trying to roll it, and doing all these things that I knew better. I knew I shouldn't have done it. There is actually a process to do that. For one, it's not really work under really hot temperatures. The other process is, since I have fiberglassed over clay before, and I know that I was supposed to put the mold release. I don't know if you guys remember when I was in this garage doing spraying the mold release onto the rear panel, where I was spraying that blue greenish stuff. That's what I should have done. Sprayed a layer of that, so that this clay obviously wouldn't have stuck on it that way. It just came undone. But I was just kind of in a hurry and just trying to get it done, and it's like my brain just kind of shut down from doing things the right way, the ideal way, which was it. I shouldn't have done it in such hot weather. So probably I shouldn't have done my first layer with the fiberglass. Maybe I should have done my first layer was just resin. That way I didn't have to, if I did have to fight with it a little bit, I wouldn't have damaged the the clay, the sculpted clay, So, just I should have just, easily or gently brushed on a layer of resin and let that harden and then done my fiberglass cloth. But like I said, I knew better. It was, like I said, I was just trying to get this thing done. I had a very limited amount of time that particular day, but it's just me trying to hurry up and get this done, and just the reminder for you guys out there that when you try to rush through something, usually you get less than ideal results. So what can I do? Now I'm here, with my friend the captain and Coke and listening to music. Alright, I got it completely cleaned out, or at least as best as I could. As you can see from the top, it's mostly transparent, but the good thing about this is that you can kind of see where you got it, and the bad thing is you can see where you didn't, so that kind of stuff kind of can drive you nuts a little bit. Alright, so I'm getting ready to do a layer of the resin on this part here, as well as the bottom here, and then I just want to completely seal this. I would have done a layer of the fiberglass, the chopped up fiberglass, but I just forgot it back at the farm inside the box truck. So I'm just gonna do one seal of resin, and then take this back to the box truck and do a layer of the fiberglass on top of this. Even though this is going to be the inside, or it's going to be sealed, this shouldn't be exposed to the elements, but just for good measure, I'm just going to seal this, but I would like to reinforce this with a few more layers of fiberglass, just to kind of keep this from flexing too much.